Welcome you back. Let's go to Philadelphia. See if Boston can close out the Sixers. See if Joel Embiid has other ideas.
Spoiler alert, they did.
Tyrese Maxey.
Oh, he went crazy tonight, only 30 points. Young fella had a great game.
11 out of 22 and 3 out of 5 from deep. Jayson Tatum connecting from deep. Boston up 3 after
give me
one.
some. Oh,
BJ Edgecombe.
I told you it's going to be Edgecombe, Maxey, and Paul George. Those three guys are going to go crazy tonight.
Paul George, a series high, 23 for him.
Big Paul.
There you go.
Tyrese Maxey, as Jack said, 30 for the second time in this series. 58-49 at the half. And then, remember how Boston had an 11-point fourth quarter the other night?
Yeah.
They had 14 in the third tonight, outscored 24-14 in Philadelphia. Just putting this game away. Look at him. Edgecombe with the finish. PG.
Paul.
Come on, Paul George, flashback.
Ooh-wee.
78-61 at that point. Maxey.
I told you, man. I told you before this game, it's going to have to be those three guys, and they got it done.
They're up 22 after 3. Boston got no closer than 12 the rest of the way. Embiid, 18 points on 7 of 17 shooting, and Edgecombe with the finishing touch. 106-93 as your final. This thing is tied up at 3-3. We head to Game 7, number 156 in NBA history. Here's Tyrese Maxey and what the Sixers have been able to do.
Yeah, I think I sat right here after Game 3 and said I believe in whoever we play. We've been through a lot of adversity this year. This is a tough group, man. We don't quit, we don't give up.
It's nice to win a couple in a row, and it's nice to play the way we did tonight, but it really does not matter. Each game's its own game. This is just one game, that's one story, and you're going to go back and it's just not going to flip a switch and happen again. I mean, we're going to have to really dig in and focus and prepare.
And, now we to the final game where, it's win or go home. And a lot of us have been in this situation before, Game 7, so it should be a fun one.
Does it come down to just who's going to want it more and execution?
Yeah, I mean, I think exactly. I mean, you said it best. I couldn't say it any better, so it's good line.
Actually, Celtics did lead by 5 in this game, but trailed by 23. So it's a Game 7. Boston is 27-10 all-time. Philadelphia is 6-12 all-time. For each, the most recent Game 7 was against each other back in 2023, and it was all Boston, 112-88. Jayson Tatum that day went for 51.
Ooh.
And now they'll meet again in Boston in a Game 7.
Make them dance.
With a shot at the Eastern Conference semis.
That's how you close out a Game 7. 50.
Riding on it. Shaq, they've already beaten Boston on their floor twice in this series. What are you looking for in Game 7?
I'm looking to see who's going to take it. New York did a great job of coming in on the road saying, you know what? Tonight is our night. I'm looking forward to Edgecombe, Paul George, Joel Embiid. I want to see if they have that killer mentality to say, okay, we know we can beat this team. We know what we have to do. We're going to come in here and take it. Boston's going to play their game. They're going to shoot threes. If they're making threes, crowd's going to be involved, and, they may get a win. But if Philly can come in with that mindset and come in with that energy and come in with that attitude like, hey, we're going to weather the storm, we're going to play our game, and we're taking this Game 7.
3 times this series, Philadelphia has held Boston under 100. And again, 2 wins in their gym.
All the pressure's on Boston.
Yeah, I mean, 2 wins in their gym. To beat a team 3 times in a 7-game series on the road, that would be astronomical. However, the Boston Celtics have to have some form of rim protection. Kata and Vooch, these guys, they have to protect the rim. Maxey and Edgecombe, they're driving the lane with no regard. And then when Embiid has the ball on the box, he's scoring too easy. So there has to be some form of rim protection if you're the Boston Celtics, which would allow them to get in a little bit of a pace on some missed shots and getting those threes that they like to take in rhythm instead of a half-court defense with hands in their face.
Yeah, it's interesting seeing a team this good don't have a plan B whatsoever. It's like, we're going to just keep shooting threes. They go in, we're going to win. We don't make them, we're going to lose. I mean, I've never seen a good team that it's like, guys, okay.
What would be their plan B if you were them?
You got Tatum and Brown. They're good enough players to get to the basket. You always when you talk to great shooters like a Reggie Miller, somebody like that, or Ray Allen, or Steph Curry, they're like, sometimes you're having a bad night. Go to the basket, get a layup, or get a foul, get a couple free throws, the basket will widen out. Like, those guys are too good of players just to rely on threes. And it's frustrating watching them. Because I always like, yeah, if they go in, it's great. If they don't go in, okay, we just having a bad night. Because shooting probably the hardest part of basketball, in my opinion. Because you especially contested shots.
Just to refresh your memory, Philadelphia 0-18 in series, down 3-1. Boston 32-0, leading 3-1. They had a 3-1 lead in this series, and now it comes down to Game 7 at TD Garden on Saturday. We're coming back to wrap things up on Inside the NBA in just a moment because you had a clincher tonight. That means that
somebody going fishing.
There it is. Oh, now it sounded good.
Maria Taylor, the Hall of Famers, Carmelo Anthony, Vince Carter, and Tracy McGrady. And so far, a very dominant performance on a game that made us see 8 different lead changes. What stood out to you most in that first half, T-Mac?
Well, the physicality on the defensive end from the Philadelphia 76ers. And if we talk about Boston's offense, if they're not making shots, if they're not making threes, they're going to struggle. Well, Philly is beating you at your own game. They make more three-pointers than you. And also, they have 9 more basketball games. So Boston has to figure something out at halftime to make
down to 3. And we all said, ooh, it might be on. And that's certainly exactly what happened. But you add in there what we're seeing from PG and making and knocking down shots when they need them. That's been a big thing for the offense for the 76ers to start out.
I mean, yeah, shooting 40% from 3.
Yeah.
PG, I mean, just doing what he does. He's a veteran who's been here before, so he's not rattling. You see there, 0 hesitation, pushing the pace. And we talked about who's going to be that X factor. We talked about the 2 stars on both teams, but who will be that guy? PG's name is one of the guys we heard, and of course, VJ Edgecumber. So he's done a great job of just being that veteran that they have.
Yeah, and one thing we know for sure, you're going to get JB, you're going to get JT. Paul George was interviewed at halftime by Ashley Shawman. He was like, we got to do whatever we can to disrupt them. They've got their double figures. Will it be enough, though, Melo, in the second half? They have 15 and 18, respectively.
I mean, they're doing what they have to do. As far as getting it done in the second half, they really got to come to play. JT got to, obviously he's going to have to step it up another notch. This game is coming down to the end. So it's going to come down to the stars being able to close the games out, being able to close quarters out, being able to close possessions out, winning the after timeout possessions. That's what the little things in this game is going to help Boston win this game today.
Tatum with 15 and JB with 13. I will say this, though. We all questioned the fourth quarter. The difference in the game 5 was 0 for 8 in the fourth quarter for JB and JT. I don't imagine that happening again, but certainly they're going to have to step up in the second half.
Well, but the thing is, they know it. They know they got to step up. This is no pressure for them. They know they got to come out here and play in the second half. They know they got to step up, and they know this series is right on their back.
How you feel about your Celtics right now, T-Mac?
I feel JB and JT going to take over this game in the second half.
He was quiet. You didn't have nothing to say. What's going on?
I don't like the way they're playing. I really don't.
Gotcha.
I don't like the way the Celtics is playing in the first half. So.
Tell them what they need to do in the second.
Well, JB got to stay out of foul trouble. I mean, if the big 3 is going to play well, then JB and JT have to play well. They got to stay on the floor.
You took over halftime the other day. Why didn't you take over halftime today?
Because he's pissed.
Derek White playing well. He hit a couple of shots. You called for him. He hit a few.